MLG Anaheim is in full effect. We have Curse versus Dare. It is right now 2-1 in the series now with Curse in the lead. But, you know, we have actually some awesome updates on the floor that have been given to us as well.
We do, and it's really exciting for any of the European viewers. A lot of people saying, you know, let us know about Epsilon, let us know about Prophecy, how they're both doing. And so far, they've been playing very, very well. And obviously split screen, something that they're not quite used to. They're trying to adapt to that, although speaking to a few of the coaches, obviously Prof. Ollie, you know, the coach Acid, he was saying how if they lose, he isn't allowing split screen to be an excuse. He was saying that's no excuse. These are some of the best players in the game. He is not letting that be an excuse. So fair play. But we actually have some score updates. Epsilon in the hardpoint game, I think every hardpoint in the game they've played, they've kept their opponents just around the 100-point mark. The 100-point club, many European people will know about that. I think the last game they played was 250 to 101.
Wow.
So they're looking strong. Even on split screen, they are dropping those numbers.
Yeah, well, I mean, really best of luck to those guys and everyone competing in the open bracket. But you know what? We have a great match in front of us, Benson. Curse versus Dare. This has certainly been a very interesting one because, you know, we talked a lot about how Curse is like this, you know, they're the favorite going into this.
Yep.
This is Dare's time to shine. Hard point, they need to do it. They had a strong opening in game one. It is now time to show that that was not a fluke. They need to close this one out, Benson.
They do. I mean, as you said, they started strong, but they just kind of petered off right at the very end, and they allowed Curse to catch fire. But it was the complex factor. That's what it was that allowed Curse to come back into this game. So if complex doesn't go off, you know, Dare could theoretically take it. As you can see, it's going to be Raid on Hardpoint, one of my favorite maps to play Hardpoint on. It is just so good. It always seems to go down to that last Hardpoint every single time. Every single time, it just seems to be only a few seconds in it. Hopefully we're going to have one of those games again. And you know what? Let's start off on board with Dare. They're the team that are behind. They need to win this map, otherwise they are getting knocked down into that loser's bracket.
Yeah, and Folsom had a you know, not so fantastic performance in that last game, so hopefully he can step things up here. As off the break, you can already see that Curse have maintained control, or managed to gain control of this of the Statue Hill here. See Folsom actually finding one player. FaZe is going to be the one on your screen, though. If he looks for one player inside of the hill, able to get some hit markers on that one. They're going to have to make a real cohesive push on this one.
FaZe just shot the van, trying to get it to explode. Actually killed Folsom by accident. Get turned on. Oh my days, liar. That's a career ender right there.
That is unfortunate there. Well, let's hope his career won't end right now because he still has a game to play. 26-0 though. As Curse looking very strong. You know, at the beginning of this game, just dropping kills left and right. Now, if you are Dare, are you making a rotation to Kitchen now?
You kind of have to give it up. With only 9 seconds left, not worth challenging. But Complex has a Hellstorm missile working towards the Lightning Strike, just a kill away. He's going to be picking up the scrap points on this first hard point. 44-0 after one hard point. Curse has just dominated that.
That hurts, but you know what though? It is the beginning. It is only the start of the game. The first hard point, you know, you can kind of give up a couple points in it because you're very capable of coming back here. And you know, Dare finally trying to put some points on the board. They need to defend this one with all that they have. But Complex is just not letting that happen. He's on a 5-score streak. He finally gets taken out there. That was going to be Folsom with the stop, but you know what? The damage has been done. Complex is fully streaked out.
Yep. And big question, where is he going to use that sentry gun? Probably going to use it at basketball, dropping the trophy system there. Managed to pick off one, is going to be stunned. There's a second, couldn't find the third though. Unfortunate play there coming from Complex. Meanwhile, you got FaZe, 14 Dare. He's on that hard point, has 2 kills to his name. A little bit of a windy shot there, and Liar with the 3-piece just destroyed Folsom, FaZe, and Champ.
Unbelievable plays there by all of Curse. I mean, they're just dominating right now. Hopefully, Dare can actually answer back as Dare's going to begin that rotation over to the garage at the very least, which they need. And this is a big hill here, Benson, because this one, they could very well find themselves right back into this game so long as they maintain every single second in this hill. That is going to be so critical moving forward.
The problem is, Historify, he is all by himself. He needs the support from his teammates. The sentry gun did actually go down, and Historify has done such a good job of just keeping this hard point for such a long time. Complex is going to jump in, picks up the assist, looks immediately towards the left-hand side. He's going to pick up this kill. There's one. He's going to get charged with the B23R, finally shut down. That was Twiz, and that's a very important kill there from Twiz, because that's just going to make sure that they're not going to come back into this game off this hill. Yeah,
you know, they got a couple points there, but you know what? The lead is still padding on here for Curse. As Beal Fire, by the way, working on a 5-score streak, 6-score streak, by the way, finally gets picked off and taken out on that. So we'll see if they're going to continue to put this pressure, but I think Dare now, they're just going to be playing the game of catch-up, and they're going to be rotating over to B-Ball here, trying to get that control. Beal Fire is going to throw down that Hellstorm. He's only able to pick up one on that one. Twiz going to pick up the remainder of this time. on the garage hill.
Now Light has put himself into a nice position, going to hold up top. He knows that Dare are going to be on that hard point and just turns around the corner, just destroyed him off the head glitch. The second one's going to be there, not going to happen this time. Sham actually gets the better one, but look at the spawn Light got. A great spawn. Curse breaking the hard point with perfection. And look at his Storify for now. He's going to pick up the 200, and he's so close to streaks.
Yep, and you can see Storify trying to linger around here by B-Ball, hoping that they can, and they have been able to pick up a couple kills. So now, as we were talking about, Benson, they're coming back into this game little by little. It's a challenge, but they're doing it. So hopefully they can continue to do so. They have all the tools. They can make this happen. It's just a matter of whether or not they are going to be, I guess, rallying the troops together. This is the time to do it.
God.
Yeah, I just saw that. That was dirty.
Wow, I'm not even going to mention that. We'll just pretend that didn't happen right there for the sake of him. But we're on board with Folsom. He's trying to set up towards that next hard point. 7 seconds left before he rotates. He's going to get shut down. 99-67. This game isn't over yet. This is still very close. You know, Dare can come straight back into this historic fight. Jump in with the B2-3R. Did pick up the 200, but did get immediately shut down. Has the Hellstorm, has the Lightning Strike. Unfortunately, didn't pick up that Sentry Gun. And Curse, they're on that hard point. It needs to be broken relatively quickly. Dare, they can't allow Curse to get a bigger lead at this point.
Yeah, I mean, you cannot let them continue to grow that lead. That is going to hurt so much. But you know what, though? The kill feed has been dominated by Curse finally, as they're showing some life in this one. Hopefully they can get control of the middle. But now Curse answering back with a 2-piece and then a complex with a 2-piece, just like kill after kill. It's totally not cool, guys. Come on, it's like going too fast. I mean, I'm only human. But the way that I see it here right now, Curse, they're setting up for the Statue Hill, and they're setting up with around 20 seconds left on the middle hard point. So that shows you where their head is at. They are already getting prepared, and at this point, Dare is playing catch-up. They need every single second on this hill.
They can't afford to rotate too soon. They need to make sure they pick up these 12 seconds. This is a very important 12 seconds, and Historify just got taken down by an EMP grenade. That's so unfortunate. His teammates are on there. This is perfect use of the Hellstorm missile. He needs to take down one. Can he find the second? Not going to happen. But unfortunately, none of his teammates there to actually take advantage of that Hellstorm missile. So a little bit of lack of communication coming in there.
Yeah, you know, only able to pick up one on that. Complex and company just dominating the kill feed once again. BL Fire with a stop as well. And I mean, I just don't know if Dare has an answer for this Statue Hill, which was the hill that pretty much put them in this pickle to begin with, because of the fact that they went down like 44-0, I believe, at the start of the game. So this is certainly very telling that they cannot seem to break the Statue Hill, Benson.
They can't give away that much time. They need to just try and contest. That's exactly what they're going to do. But Complex managed to pick up 2 kills before he went down. Also earned his Hellstorm missile. Didn't manage to get the Lightning Strike, but as you can see, they do have control once again at the hard point, and they are just building a bigger and bigger lead at this point. It's 16 seconds left there. They can't afford to challenge that. They need to rotate, make sure they have the good spawns. But as well, giving up 16 seconds, that's a lot of score at this point.
Yeah, the way that I see it here, you know, Dare, they have a lot to do. They have a lot of work in front of them, and they just, it seems as if they're just not clicking right now, and that's very unfortunate to see. But Historify, he's going to be the player for me to watch personally. Right now, he is 18-17, but on the other side, Curse, Complex, 25-15, 10 defense on the hill. Wow.
He's just getting all of his kills on the hill, and they're the important kills that you need to be getting. If you're getting the kills on the hard point, it's just more important. It's just crucial.
Yep, and you can see Historify there. He's going to go in there, able to take out one with that B-23. Great play there. And now Historify, we're going to go ahead and stick with him. And let me go ahead and switch this here real quick. And let's see what is the deal as Historify. He is going to get picked off. And you know what? I want to go ahead and follow Twiz here, because Twiz, he has just been, oh, never mind, that shotgun kind of jinxed him on that. So 198-99. Finally, Dare has managed to cross the 100-point threshold, but Curse is so close to crossing the 200.
Oh. He just turned that corner.
They need every second, though, and at the very least, they're using shotguns in the close quarters Hill of Kitchen. That is certainly looking good here. We'll actually see as Curse is setting up for the garage, because, again, we spoke about this. Dare needs every single second on the hill. They cannot afford to sacrifice that, because if they do, then they're going to find themselves in the losers bracket very quickly.
There's still 150 points. They can come back into this quite comfortably, but right now, Curse have control, and Twiz just shut down Historify and Sham. Nice 2-piece from him. Pulls out the M8, he's going to know they're spawning on the left-hand side. Can't find the third, though. FaZe managed to get the kill there, but still, Curse with the control of the hard point. That's what matters. You know, you've got Twiz just rotating around the outside, picking up those kills, not allowing Dare to get anywhere near the hard point. And because of that, now you've got Curse 31 points away from victory.
Yeah, I mean, really, that is quite surprising here that Dare has just not been able to answer back at all. And we are looking at Complex here, but I'm going to go ahead and see what's going on with some activity by Liar. Liar anticipating players to come out through Kitchen. He is going to find one player in front of him, pick it off of Folsom. That was going to be an easy pick there.
Oh, wow.
Hellstorm comes down, just raining on them. I mean, they're waiting for this B-ball hill to come up. They are set and ready to go. They only need 20 points left to secure this victory here and find themselves moving on to the next round. Liar, I'm loving the positional game here by Curse. They just have all their bases covered.
They do, and it all came down to just rotating early enough to make sure they had the control, used the score streaks effectively. The Hellstorm came in, shut down the attack coming from there, and Curse have played that hard point perfectly.
Yep, and there you have it, 250 to 135. Curse managing to close this one out 3-1 now. You can actually Curse celebrating right there, and what a game. I mean, really, Curse looking very strong. They were the favorite going into this game, Benson. They certainly showed why.
Yep, absolutely. I mean, they played so well. You can't take anything away from there, though. I mean, they put up a very, very good fight, although when it came to those respawn game modes, Curse just had control. You can see the players just shaking hands. And look at Complex again, just going off in hardpoint. So we need to keep our eyes out on him in future games as Curse progress now in that championship bracket. Obviously, unfortunately for Dare, they're going to go down to that losers bracket.
Yeah, look for Complex to really be that guy that stands out for Curse 100%. I mean, really, Curse, they just seem to have everything going for them right now. Great objective play, great slaying. It just they rotate with with such discipline. It really is so interesting. And but you know what though, Dare, I am looking forward to seeing what they could do moving on into this tournament. I mean, they're not done yet, and I do believe that Dare have the tools to manage to find themselves moving on in this tournament. They are a good team, and hopefully they get to show you guys that a little bit later.
Yeah, I'm very, very impressed, like we said, with what we saw from Curse. I'm definitely keeping my eyes out on them because they just played that so well. Very impressed from everything we saw, and yeah, just a great game of Call of Duty.
Yeah, I mean, that is really all we can ask for at the end of the day, right? Some great Call of Duty. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it at home, because I know I did as well. But we have an awesome game coming up next.
We do.
There's going to be FaZe versus Termination. Termination coming in through the Game Battles qualifiers. You can see FaZe getting ready to go. Look for Embos and Methods to really make some noise.
Absolutely.
Those two players are talented as all. I mean, I'm so stoked about that.
I can't wait to watch that game. I've got money. Embo's potential MVP from that series. You know, going into it, I'm kind of favoring FaZe a little bit. Just a little bit. You know, I've seen what they've done. Very impressed from everything I've seen on MLG Pro Screens from them again. They just look so dominant right now.
Yeah, well, we're going to see that matchup coming next, guys. So do not go anywhere. Tweet the stream. Let people know what's going on here in Anaheim, California. Hopefully you guys are enjoying it. We will see you on the other side. It is going to be Termination versus FaZe coming up next.